This week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Bivol with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Wladimir Klitschko, Canelo Alvarez, and Dmitry Bivol. Get this. Wladimir Klitschko says that Bivol should not be allowed to fight Klitschko. Wladimir Klitschko's latest wartime appeal strikes at the biggest boxing event on the spring calendar. The former longtime reigning heavyweight champion has been desperately trying to drum up support for the Ukraine, his homeland, since Russia is the neighbor to the northeast, launched a bloody invasion nearly 2 weeks ago. Along with his brother and fellow former heavyweight champion Wladimir Klitschko, the mayor of the Ukraine capital of Kiev, Wladimir has urged the Western world to be more aggressive in the sanctions towards Russia and its condemnation of the country's president, Vladimir Putin. In his latest extortion with members of the British press, the younger Klitschko called for a global boycott of Russian athletes from sporting competitions, asked if they included Dmitry Bivol, the Russian national, and the WBA light heavyweight title holder, who is gearing up for May 7 clash against the Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez, the cash cow of boxing at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Klitschko was very direct in his response. He said, "Absolutely not," Klitschko told BBBC 5 Live Radio. "Every sanction, and it's nothing against the personalities or athletes. It's about the politics of Russia. Every Russian representative in this case needs to be sanctioned, because this way we show to Russia that the world is against his senseless war and there is no good in this war." Klitschko's comments arrive as boxing sanctioning bodies have imposed their own draft of sanctioning against Russian athletes. The WBO, the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF have joined together in refusing to hold titles and non-title bouts in Russia. The WBA has gone so far as to temporarily remove Russian fighters from its rankings. The organization has also insisted that it will ban any Russian fighter from entering the ring with the Russian flag. Bivol himself has come out and expressed his desire for peace between the countries, saying, "None of us are enjoying what's happening." Okay. And he said, "I have a lot of friends in the Ukraine. I have a lot of friends in Russia, and my family in Russia is in Russia," Bivol told reporters. The press in San Diego for his upcoming fight against Alvarez. He says, "I have a lot of friends everywhere. Okay. I wish everyone peace and only the best. It's really sad for me. Every day I wake up and read the news. I hope this ends soon." Okay, well, Wladimir to isolate Russia from all sporting competitions is not an act of aggression, Klitschko told British tabloid. "We do this to stop the war in the name of peace. I have nothing personal against the athletes, but I have a lot against the aggression of the Russian leader Putin. We believe sanctions on different levels, including sport, are cruelly important." That's Wladimir Klitschko as of today. Let me counterpunch. That war is bad. I've been doing research on why, and it's a little complex, based on what you used to have, based on what we have now. Okay. And for Wladimir wanting to boycott everyone, they're doing that with certain Russian products, certain vodkas from Russia. They're taking them completely out. They've cut off imports for those, and just of support of the Ukraine, because obviously the reasoning behind the president's invasion is not worth what we're seeing and what's happening. You know what I mean? So it is sad because, I can see both sides. Like Wladimir, he's like, "Hey, well, we have champions over here, fighters over here. They can't do their job that they're used to because of this country that's bullying us." Example, Vasyl Lomachenko and Alexander Usyk. Well, Vladimir's saying, well, hey, anybody that's Russian shouldn't be able to fight. Well, that's tricky to me. I don't think that politics should end all and be all when it comes to someone else's career. You know what I mean? That's like, let's take, for example, Cuba, right? I have family there. A lot of them have a mindset of where they are from, but then a lot of them don't. And for those who defect, bless them, because they seen another way. They wanted to make a family and other things. They wanted more opportunities. Therefore, they come here, or they go to Ireland, or they go to other parts of the world to try to get that, to achieve that. Well, that's just like saying, if Cuba tried to do what they did 60 years ago, right, in 1964, in the Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay, well, that's like saying, okay, anyone Cuban can't do that. You know, you can't compete professionally because you're here, you know, or being that way. I think that's extreme, because unless you're trying to promote, right? The only way I would agree with Wladimir Klitschko, if Bivol had the same type of mindset as someone like Alexander Povetkin, because Alexander Povetkin is in support of the war, of what the president is doing. Well, okay, in that case, well, you're trying to promote something and you are an ambassador for that war, okay? You being a public figure. You know what I mean? Versus someone like Bivol, like, dude, I just want peace. I want it to end. I don't see it makes no sense. You know what I mean? That's different. That's a lot different than someone in support of that waving a Russian flag and they're conquering us. You know what I mean? Like, no. You know, and you look at, if we go back in history, we look at World War II. Well, you know, Joe Louis lost to Max Schmeling. Max Schmeling was German, but that doesn't mean he was a Nazi. Okay, that's the difference. And then, but yet the president, you know, praised him because he was the heavyweight world champ. You only had one back in that day, mind you, one champion. And he got a bad rap because of what was going on in his country, and that had nothing to do with him. Dmitry Bivol being Russian has nothing to do with what's happening in Russia, with Russia to affecting or invading the Ukraine. Okay, so one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other unless they come to the forefront with their ideas of what they feel. Okay, so you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, Max Schmeling was not a Nazi. He was just German, so he got a bad rap. Okay, Dmitry Bivol's Russian doesn't mean he's in support of the war. Okay, but you know, for him to raise the Russian flag, I don't think that's the thing to do right now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Dmitry came in with a Ukraine flag in support of the Ukraine and what's going on in there. Like he said, I have family, I have friends in both places, I have friends everywhere. I hate what's going on. So I don't think he should be singled out to stop him from doing his job. You know what I mean? So, but then again, there are Ukrainians that are fighting in a war that do the same job and they can't do due to what's happening. So it's difficult. I know Wladimir Klitschko wants things to end, but I don't think that's the way for it to be done. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Wladimir Klitschko's comments towards Dmitry Bivol. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.